didn't mind what they did to you, clearly.
No, I was a hero, so like I couldn't really complain.
Yewande, did you think it's fair?
I think with anything, like, they can only show what you've said and what you've done, and obviously you need to remember that it's an hour of 24 hours. But obviously with me and the way I was shown, I had, like, before I left, I had a storyline, so I was shown in the way I acted and what I've done, and it was exactly the way it was. Obviously you can't show the whole situation, but it was how it was, and I was happy with it.
But what about the others?
So it was not about black issues, but two black people were chosen to speak. So Yewande and Marcel were brought to a select committee to talk about the conduct of Love Island, as two contestants that have left the show have committed suicide. It was weird to see two black people in front of MPs to speak about the mental health side of the show and how the show looks after its contestants before and after. They both were in full support of the show, and all I can see is they did the show a big favour. I had no issues with what they said. I had more issues with the comments that were made. One set of comments were from the usual apparently intelligent white men who say this is a low IQ conversation. We all know why they described it as a low IQ conversation. No surprises. Even when told one of the people being questioned are more likely to have a higher IQ than them, they judged the book by its cover again and said no one smart could ever be on Love Island. Others said things like this is a waste of time by Parliament, but as the hypocritical justice warrior I am, I got to say, when white men get divorced and take their lives, they want full investigations of why the government didn't get involved. This is exactly what people are asking for the government to do daily. People commit suicide, now here's the investigation. Other comments that was being said were from black people saying Yewande was too easy on Love Island and the media. I have to say, be easy on her, because this wasn't the time. They both knew what they were there for and probably got as much haters from the show than they did fans. So in their minds, the media was as balanced as it could be. I was there to see if racism was on the agenda, but it wasn't. I don't think people who go onto Love Island sign up as activists for black issues. So we will move on. Hopefully they'll continue to grow in their spotlight, but not at the expense of black pride.
And then after that first week was done, I kind of realised like I can definitely handle myself in here. And then that's when that's when I feel like my journey actually began. And I think when you watch the show, when you watch my series, you can actually see that happening. And then I got to the final, so it was like I feel they definitely put me across in the best light that they could. But I kind of think I only gave them good stuff to work with.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They had no choice.
No.